To be considered great, a fighter must achieve a level of importance considerably above the normal or the average. To be considered the greatest, a fighter must prove without a doubt that they stand far above the rest. On September 28th from the Forum in Inglewood, California, Bellator MMA offers fighters a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to demonstrate their mastery on the biggest stage. Fighters will be given the opportunity to test their skills against others who seek fame and fortune, all wishing to lay claim to the designation of greatest featherweight mixed martial artist on the planet. Lives will forever be changed, dreams will be fulfilled and crushed, fates will be determined in front of millions, while in the end, a legend will be made. Welcome to the Bellator Featherweight World Grand Prix, exclusively on DAZN.
Like Archuleta is still quite young, but he's so experienced. People talk about, dual champs. This guy was a champ of 4 divisions on his way up, on his way to Bellator. He was a champion of 4 divisions, 135, 145, 155, and 165. That guy hasn't lost in, I think, 137 years.
So we've got Juan Archuleta, who I think is a really exciting fighter. He comes from a promotion where he held a billion belts, and I can definitely see him repeating that in Bellator. He never has a boring fight, and he always surprises people.
Juan Archuleta running off that 18-fight win streak. If he wins that title, he knows that anyone that chooses him, that he can beat them, because Patricio has probably already beaten them and he just beat the champ.
Right after my fight with Dudu Dantes, I called out Horiguchi. He said no, he tuck-tailed and ran, and Coker said, what about the tournament? I said, I will do the tournament if I get to fight the best of the best, and that's being Patricio. There's no other way to start this tournament off. There's no other reason to have anyone fight Patricio other than me in this first round. Because it sets the stage, it sets the bar, it sets everything for the tournament.
He's so free within the fight, and that is sort of the hallmark of these newer fighters, is they're able to innovate in real time within these fights. Something that they didn't even know they could do, and their thinking and their expression of the fight happens almost, I think the word we could use is algorithmically.
Archuleta é lutador muito dinâmico, né? Vem de 18 vitórias seguidas. Agora eu vou parar ele não vai ter a 19ª. Ele pula muito, pula igual a pipoca, e eu vou bater muito nele, vou frear ele de vez.
I feel like Patricio coming in this tournament has so much to lose, and I'm going to exploit that. I'm going to use that to my advantage. He's going to know during the fight that he has the belt at 155. I know, I've been there. I've had 4 belts. I've understand defending them. There's times where I went and hurt to a fight and knowing like I have the 155 title, I have the 135 title, whatever title it was, it gives you that second guess. And I'm going to exploit that because I've been there before. It's nothing new to me. It's a little new to him. And when he feels that, and I see that look in his eye when it comes down to the 4th and 5th round, I'm going to exploit that. I'm going to let him know that it's okay to lose because you got the belt at 155. It's okay, take the loss and let me move on because I'm going to go out there and take the finish.
Pitbull could have just said, you know what, I don't want to be part of the tournament. I'm the champion. I'll take on whoever wins it. They can come try to take my title, and you've got to respect the fact he wants to be part of it. And I think legacy is everything for Pitbull. He wants everyone to know how special he is.
Todas as pessoas que ouvem que eu vou participar do GP me questionam, e aí, por que você vai lutar o GP? Você é o campeão, isso não faz sentido, você podia realmente esperar o vencedor e lutar só contra o vencedor. Eu digo que eu sou movido a desafio, acho que a minha carreira, ela tem a questão pessoal também. Eu não estou aqui só por causa de, eu quero o título, não. Se existe um desafio que alguém coloque assim, Patrício pode perder para aquele cara, então eu vou querer lutar contra ele. Se eu sentir isso dentro de mim também, eu posso perder o cinturão dentro do GP. Então é isso que eu vou querer. Me testar ali naquela situação, sair da zona de desconforto. Eu vivo para isso, para provar que quem duvida de mim está errado.
Pitbull is a mean son of a bitch. He'll come out there and try to rip my head off right away. And he's gonna look to do that. He wants to put me away. He doesn't want to get dragged into 5 rounds with me. Because if he's in a 5-round war with me, he's gonna be sinking. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna dictate the fight and pull him into that 5th round.
Been knocking out Michael Chandler, the lightweight title. Okay, he's also been the featherweight champion multiple times over. He's been the cornerstone of this company from the very beginning.
What you have with Patricio Pitbull is not only somebody who's brilliant as a martial artist, is a martial artist, an athlete, but a fighter. That's what he is. He's genetically a fighter. He was genetically made to fight, and then his entire lifetime has been built around becoming the best fighter in the world. And for this fight to be happening in the opening round, it's just out of control. It's completely out of control.
For me, AJ McKee is the guy you've got to look at in this tournament. 14 fights, he improves with every performance. He's an extraordinary talent, intensely confident, believes the belt should be his right now. He is a genuine hybrid mixed martial artist.
The experience of his father in his corner, Antonio McKee, showing him the ways that he needs to do to win this tournament. That experience, having your dad in your corner, not just that, but his dad being as good as he was when he was in his prime, that lets him feel a lot more comfortable in the corner. His dad will make the adjustments for him because his dad's probably been there before.
AJ's coming into this tournament undefeated. He's definitely got a lot of tough opponents ahead of him, and I think he's going to be someone to watch as well because he's got a lot to prove.
I'm just so different. I can go out there and stand up with you. I can throw flashy kicks, spinning wheel kicks. I can take people down. I can sit there and lay on my back and do jiu-jitsu. So I'm just so well-rounded. I would say the key to it all is just my mindset. I really don't care who's in front of me or what's in front of me. I think that's why I do so well. I just go out there and I lay it all on the line every time, give it my all.
My opponent, AJ McKee, is an up-and-coming fighter, young kid. I trained actually in the past with his dad a lot, Antonio McKee. Yeah, he's undefeated, but again, I haven't faced him, he hasn't faced me, so I'm treating him with no respect. I'm going in there to fight my fight, and I'm not here to leave anything to the judges. I'm not here to let anyone decide my future. This is in my hands, and I'm gonna go out there with bad intentions.
They have trained together, so they will have some insight into how either one behaves. If you're AJ, I suspect that he's found some little moments where he can just hide in the back of his mind little pieces of knowledge that he thinks he knows. If you're Georgie and you're this wily old veteran, you haven't shown anybody everything, right? So it is a very deceptive fight. It's an action fight, no question about it.
Georgie's, he's a savage, you know? He's got that lion in him, but lions are lazy.
He's got good grappling, he's got good wrestling, he's got heavy, heavy hands. The one thing with Georgie though is that he needs to make sure that he's always pushing the pace and pushing the action, letting his hands go. He can't hesitate and wait. If he waits for AJ McKee, it will not be a good night.
Georgie is a lifelong professional athlete, you know, not just a combat athlete, but a professional athlete. He's moved his body athletically. His understanding of where he is in space is very different. So at his root, he's just a wonderful athlete. Dangerous fighter. He likes to finish people. He's been a bit streaky, but you know, that doesn't matter, right? It's irrelevant. You only have to win 3 fights. You get $1 million in the belt, and that's the end of it. Everything else you've done in your life for a guy like Georgie is to put him in this position to try to win this tournament.
I've been in this sport for 13 plus years. I feel like this is it for me. I have to go there and deliver. You know, I'm capable of delivering fights. This is it, man. This is $1 million. There's a belt on the line. There's 16 guys that are hungry like I am, so I'm just looking to out there and go tear shit up.
It's everything I've worked for in the beginning of the championship career. I come out as a champion, then I get to go after that 155-pound belt. So I've always said it's the beginning, and it's been a long beginning, but we're now starting to get to the climax.
I think these two guys will go in and they will apply offense versus offense until one of them falls down. Yeah, it's a heavy one.
Saul Rogers is arguably our best featherweight in this country. It's great that he's now a very experienced fighter. He did well in the other fight leagues. He brings a maturity and a desire and a big physique as well at 145 pounds.
Saul Rogers is under the impression that people are underestimating him. I don't know that Weitzel's going to be underestimating him.
He is the gritty MMA fighter, just down and dirty, someone that knows how to press you to the fence, big lifts, big slams, big takedowns. He's that guy. He's the one that puts it together the best when it comes to punching his way in to the takedowns. Nasty ground and pound. Don't be afraid of the submission either. He'll chase after that as well.
They don't know too much about me, but like, I've beat fucking better guys than half of the guys in the competition, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, been on every fight in tough, dominated every single round. I don't think I lost a round in there, you know what I'm saying? Against the best guys, training with them all, twisting them all up, you know? And still I feel like I've not had the exposure that I really deserve, you know what I'm saying? I've been grinding this game a long time.
There's a real element of unknown here, and that's powerful. If I'm Saul Rogers, I got something hidden back in that back pocket, something that I've used successfully in the gym and I've tested and it's there, and I'm gonna wait and use it. You would think to yourself, hey, maybe we'll save that little extra something for the finals. Maybe we'll say, there is none of that. Each one of these fights matters. Each one of these fights is gonna be the most meaningful fight these guys have ever fought.
Daniel Weichel, there is no better technician in this tournament. He makes guys fight his pace, he makes people fight his style. And when he does that, he's very dangerous.
Daniel's right at 50 fights. He doesn't overpower anybody, but his technique is beautiful. His speed is still there, and on a given night, he can beat anybody in the featherweight division.
I treat every fight like a championship fight, so no difference is my first fight. I will focus 100% to be concentrated, to be sharp, and I will go in there and try to stop him inside the 3 rounds. If you guys remember the last Bellator Featherweight tournament, this one will be no different. I will go out there with my hand raised.
Daniel Weichel and Saul Rogers, when these two guys fight, I think they'll be able to sneak a little bit under the radar. Everybody's gonna be paying attention. Pitbull and Archuleta and AJ McKee, all of these guys, that's the way these guys like it. These are veterans. You got a 32-year-old and a 34-year-old. They're gonna try to outsmart each other, but they're also gonna try to smash each other's head in.
I think we match up very great, and I feel that I'm more well-rounded and I'm better in each and every area of the game.
I'm fighting for something a bit bigger than myself, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you put me in the middle, you put 15 of them motherfuckers around me, and I'm still gonna come out victorious, you know what I'm saying? The way I'm feeling right now, so yeah, shit, I'm getting myself hyped.
I think if you're Weichel, you want to be super aggressive, but for Rogers, he'll like that, right? You're probably going to just see an action fight. These two guys will meet in the center of the cage, and they'll try to push each other to the limits. It's going to be beautiful. Corrales and Caldwell, yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this is real good. You know, they're different styles of fighters, but they have that same real ornery streak. That real, go in and take what's yours.
Henry Corrales doing great things under John Crouch and Benson Henderson at the MMA lab in Phoenix, Arizona. A real history of being on the edge of gangs in Los Angeles, having a very tough upbringing, loads of street fights. He is an extraordinary fighter with immense power, as he showed as well when he was hurt against Aaron Pico.
And he's so dangerous at every moment. I mean, I think the time that people sort of paid attention was when he took out Aaron Pico, and he's hurt. And guys like that, Pitbull and Corrales, these guys, when they're hurt, they're even more dangerous.
He's not a quitter. You will never see him give up in the corner, and all you'll see him do is try to get for the finish. And that's what he wants to do. He's gonna try to walk you down and land big punches and try to finish you.
You hear how MMA saves a lot of people's lives, and I'm just another one of those guys. I have no other option. It's the only thing I have. Pretty much a loser the first part of my life, and this is my only way of success. I'm not going to squander these opportunities, and I'm going to make the best of them.
There's a beauty in wrestling. What wrestling is at its root is dominating another human being, physically dominating another human being. That's who Darien Caldwell is.
Coming off some losses here, so he's got a lot to prove. I think he's going to come into this tournament and make sure that we are all reminded why he was the champion and why he should be in this tournament to begin with.
My goal is to be a world champion, as many belts as I can. Right now I have a great opportunity in front of me where I get to test my skills against the best 45ers. I've been testing my skills against the best 35ers in the world, for the last 2 years. And so I felt like it was important for me to go up and test my skills against these guys. To jump up to 145 where I'm 6-0 already, it just made sense. I think I think it's time for the world to realize Darien Caldwell, the Wolf, as a featherweight.
Any fight, you know, I just see me going in there for a finish. I'll do what I do, you know. I'm here to throw hands and finish fights. You know, I got 17 wins. 14 of those are by finishes. It's just what I do. It's what I bring to the table, and you know, I'm not looking to change things.
Bellator Featherweight World Grand Prix. This is going to be insane. You're fighting for the belt. You're fighting for $1 million. Yes, the title of Bellator Featherweight Champion, but the title of the best featherweight on planet Earth. Going down in Los Angeles, you can watch it live on DAZN. Enjoy the hostilities, my friends.